For the Nissan Sentra in its current configuration, a model of the vehicle that has been enhanced and redesigned is being considered. With regard to the facelift that was performed on the Sentra, we would like to have a conversation about it, and we would also like to investigate the results of the procedure. Everyone is aware that the Sentra has been manufactured over the course of a significant number of generations, and the particular model within the Sentra series that we are discussing here is the 8th generation of the Sentra series. The vast majority of us are aware of this fact. The initial version of their product was made accessible to the general public in 1982, which was also the year that marked the beginning of this availability. The year 1982 was also the year that marked the beginning of this availability. The subsequent year was the time when both of these occurrences took place. The second generation of the product was made available to the general public for the very first time in the year 1986, when it was initially made accessible to the general public for the very first time. The occurrence in question took place at some point throughout the course of the academic year. In the year 1990, the third generation was introduced to the general public for the very first time. This was something that had never happened before. During the course of this conference, the third generation was presented to the public for the first time. The fourth generation was not made available for purchase to the general public until the years that followed, specifically 1995. This was the year that it was made accessible. The year 1999 saw the birth of the fifth generation of their family, which was then followed by the birth of the sixth generation in the year 2006, and lastly, the seventh generation was born in the year 2012. These generations were born in the years that followed the years that came before them. These generations were born in the years that followed the years that came before them. 2019 was the year that witnessed the entrance of the eighth and final generation, which marked the completion of the final generation. This event took place with the year 2019. The year 2019 was witnessed by this occurrence. This event took place in the year 2019, which was the year in which it took place. As a result of the fact that this generation has previously traveled through all of these generations, before traveling through them, it has already traveled through all of them. It is reasonable for us to believe that they will continue to use the same model for the year 2026, which means that we are allowed to make the assumption that they will construct their new model for the year 2025. This is because we are able to make the assumption that they will continue to use the same model. This is the reason why this is the case. At the moment, there is a lack of clarity regarding the terms and conditions that will govern the availability of the Sentra for buyers to purchase. Consequently, this outcome has come about as a result of the fact that the firm has not offered any information regarding the time range during which the new model would be made available to the general public. This is the reason why things are the way they are in the current situation. In particular, this is because the company has not disclosed any information regarding the situation. This is the reason why this is the case. The following is an explanation on why this is the case. How much does the new Sentra cost? Have you been able to offer me with that information? Inquiring about whether or not you would be able to provide me with extra information was something that I was curious about. Through the process of conducting an investigation, there is a possibility that I would be interested in exploring this subject further and gaining additional knowledge about it. However, we are of the opinion that the price of the new model will be fairly comparable to the price of their model that accommodates the entire generation. This is something that we believe will be the case. At this time, we do not have any information for you regarding the real cost of the new model. At this time, we do not have any information of this kind in our possession. In addition to the price of $24,000 for the single-wheel drive SV, the price of $26,000 for the Sport Utility Vehicle Senior, and the price of $23,000 for the Sport Utility Vehicle S, there is a cost range that includes $24,000 within the pricing range that is available to choose from. There is a price range that contains $24,000 as one of the numerous alternatives that are available. In conclusion, there are a number of decisions that can be made from among the accessible options.